Excuse me, sir. The bartender said you were a mechanic and that maybe you could help me with my car. It's only a flat tire, but
Go
I've
to
never
someone
really...
else. Mike, help the girl out. Yeah, sure. Where's your car?
It's outside.
Don't worry, his bark's worse than his bite.
I have been surrounded by Christianity my whole life. I have read the Bible and more apologetics propaganda than you can shake a stick at. I debate Christians regularly, and after years of engaging Christians, I feel like I've exhausted all of their arguments. I know what most Christians will say before they ever open their mouth, and I feel like I know them better than they know themselves. Hell, for entertainment, I often watch their movies to gain an unfiltered view into their world. See, media influences culture, and culture influences media. So if you want to know what Christians think, but may not necessarily admit explicitly, their media is the place to go. It offers a window into how they think and feel without the expectations of the outside world invading. Sometimes it is interesting, other times it is disturbing. In the movie Loving the Bad Man, it is definitely the latter, as Christians downplay the effects of rape and present Nazis as honorable folks. This movie is a disgusting portrayal of depravity that reinforces the archaic morality of the Bible. Warning, material covered in this video might be upsetting.
Because you're a lazy, drunk loser.
Here. I don't have much, sorry, but please take this.
I don't need that.
No, come on, take it.
I don't want that. I've got money. I'm not poor.
I'm not saying you are, I was just...
I don't need your money, all right? What? Where you going? Where you going, huh? Yeah.
Right off, we are presented with the idea that someone could commit rape because they are pissed off at their boss and feel insulted by a stranger offering money for their help. I believe the message is that this could be any one of us, that the poor guy was just having a bad day and the perfect storm of events triggered him into rape. I can't imagine anyone actually believes this, but if they do, I hope I never meet them. Rape is not a random crime that anyone is capable of, and it is sick and twisted that they would frame it in this manner.
The doctor just called. You are pregnant. Sweetheart, I know it's still fresh in your mind, but...
We have to take care of the situation.
What situation?
Honey, you know how we all feel about abortion. We're against it. But not in cases like this, and it's still early enough. God would understand. That's why we need to take care of it, like your dad said.
This scene is a message to all the Christians out there that want to allow abortions in the case of rape. The movie wants these people to take the ultra-conservative position and oppose abortion under any circumstance.
I know it would be really hard for all of you to understand, but I could never do that.
What? What? Well, you don't mean to tell me you're gonna have it.
It's not an it, Dad, it's a baby.
No, it's not anything yet, honey. It's a reminder of a rapist. And that's why we need to take care of it right now.
Julie, you know, you got enough to deal with already emotionally. Whatever.
Joey, not you.
We just are thinking what's best for you, honey.
What's best for me? You're thinking of what's best for me? You're thinking that the best thing I should do is kill this baby? That's really stupid,
Now watch
Mom.
how you talk to your mother.
Why? Because the neighbors might hear? They might find out that the Thompson girl's pregnant?
Watch yourself, Missy.
Julia Thompson is pregnant from a rape, and she's having the rape baby.
There's a bit of irony in the way the Christian parents are shown as supportive of the abortion, and the victim is the one that wants to keep the baby. This is rarely, if ever, the scenario. It is much more likely that the Christian parents would be trying to force their daughter into having the child of her rapist. Attitudes about rape in the Bible are dismissive and allow for a rapist to marry his victim. Christian morality is a bit wanting when it comes to treating women equally.
Do you think Dad loves Arthur?
course he does, honey. Sweetie, this is a beautiful little boy. Anyone can see that. Even your father.
He thinks I'm ruining my life, though.
That's fair.
I'm not ruining my life, though.
Julie, you stuck to your moral compass during this whole thing. You are so strong. Oh, you really are. Maybe even too strong.
Now it is time to teach the Christians how wrong they are for allowing abortion in the case of rape. They frame the girl as a champion of righteousness with a moral compass that guides the family. They are trying to convince rape victims that they should see the attack as an opportunity rather than a violation.
Jesus, can you pick up all the pieces and put them back together again? Jesus, can you pick up all?
Now we show that the victim is deeply hurt by the rape, but instead of showing her receiving any counseling or even talking with her parents about it, we are shown that what she really needs is to turn toward the invisible and undetectable God that doesn't offer any kind words or help to get her through the rape that he watched happen. When in doubt, cut it out.
But the one who did not know his master's will and committed deeds worthy of a flogging will receive only but a few. From everyone who has been given much, much will be required. And to whom they entrusted much, of him they will ask all the more.
There is no problem that can't be solved with a little arts and crafts. Scrapbooking for the win.
If you forgive those who sin against you, your heavenly Father will forgive you. But if you refuse to forgive others, your Father will not forgive your sins.
Reinforcing the twisted Christian morality of making the victim forgive people that have hurt them. This is how you create a system of abusers that hurt people over and over. There is no accountability in Christian morality. People are forgiven of their wrongs by an invisible and undetectable third party, and that obligates them to then forgive anyone that wrongs them. It's a circle of deflecting accountability and victim blaming. Just look at this recent headline blaming women that are raped because they wore shorts. Abusers have been blaming the victims using Christian values since the inception of Christianity. Women are made to feel as if they are to blame, and then to add insult to injury, they are made to feel that they should forgive the person that violated them.
They go around with a victim mentality, always blaming somebody else.
The irony.
I see most of the guys here are good visitors, especially the new guys. But I ain't seen nobody visit you.
I guess I don't really have anybody. My immediate family thinks I'm dead. My dad's a jerk, so even if he thought I was alive, he'd probably wish I was dead.
Time to feel sorry for the rapist. I mean, it wasn't even much of a crime anyway, right? At least that's what the Bible tells us. Hell, maybe she should ask if he's single.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm here to see you. Look who I brought with me. This is your son. I've got a whole bunch of pictures here.
Just look at how happy mommy is to show the rapist daddy the baby pictures. She's not even in emotional distress anymore, and doesn't make any attempt to confront her rapist with the hurt he has caused. Christians are teaching women to suppress their emotions and accept whatever happens to them as God's will. They are not only taught to accept that things in life happen for a reason that is approved of by God, but they are taught that they need to get over it and move on without harboring anger toward those that hurt them.
Are you trying to say, this is my son?
I'm not trying to say it. I am saying it.
This is crazy. I mean, you're crazy. Are you kidding me? Like, how am I supposed to know how many people you've been with? How am I supposed to know that's my kid? I mean, you've got some brass balls, lady. All right, I'm in here because of you. All right, I don't care about you or this kid. You understand that? I could not care less. This is just kind of a sick game. I mean, this ain't mine. I'm in here for a minimum of 10 years, you freak. 10 years! Oh, what? Up yours, nutcase.
Once again, Christians use misogynistic tropes to remind viewers that men have reason to doubt women, and their claims should be met with skepticism. Even when there is no reason to doubt a woman, Christians go out of their way to demean them and make them feel like they have to prove their legitimacy all the time.
This is you the other day.
It was the girl I'm in here for. The one I raped.
Wow.
One minute I was helping her with her car, and the next minute I'm giving it to her. I mean, honestly, I barely remember anything. I was drunk out of my mind.
Now we are back to downplaying the rape, and we have begun substituting euphemisms for rape. It is not an accident that they are using language that downplays the severity of rape. The scene is again reinforcing the idea that anyone could commit rape. He was helping her, and he had been drinking, and the next thing you know, like, this is how rape happens. People don't just randomly rape. It is a crime of control and sexual violence, and only a sociopath would rape someone.
Was this girl scared to face you? Was she weepy?
Oh, I mean, that's the weird thing. I mean, not at all. It's almost like she was happy to see me. I mean, that's the strange thing. She was acting like we were friends or something.
Wow, maybe she is a nutcase.
Well, that's not even the craziest part.
Yeah?
She had a baby with her, claiming it was mine.
Was it?
I mean, why would it be? It can't be. She didn't look pregnant during the trial.
She didn't.
No, man. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Besides, I mean, God knows how many other guys she's been with, right?
Latent Misogyny 101. Remind everyone that the rapist is unsure how many guys his victim has been with. Notice they never say consensual. They are blurring the lines between rape and consent to conflate them.
You gotta be kidding me.
The audience is shown that the victim must continue making efforts to connect with her abuser even if they are rejected. Christians are shifting the burden to the victim. Remember the verses that reference the obligation of victims to forgive, lest they will not be forgiven?
Brother Tyler, you're my recruiter. Any thoughts about the new guy?
Oh yeah, I got a few ideas.
Allow me to introduce Sweaty Baldwin, the Nazi alter ego of Stephen Baldwin, 1/4 of the acting quartet of Baldwin brothers. He leads the Nazi gang that is part of a side story taking place in the prison. Seems old Sweaty really embraces the Nazi role, almost as if he can identify with them.
A girl came to visit me again.
No kidding.
Nope. What do you think she wants?
With the baby again?
Just like before.
This is a white girl, or what?
Yeah, she's white. What's that got to do with anything?
Man, that's your kid.
Why? Because she's white? All the white babies in the world have to be mine?
Yeah, the ones you boned, you moron.
Yes, he just said that. If you thought I was being hyperbolic by pointing out the earlier euphemism as an attempt to downplay the act of rape, you can now rest assured that these Christians are doing exactly that. This is truly sick and disgusting to listen to. The filmmakers are spitting in the face of every rape victim.
Doesn't make any sense, Cecil. I mean, I'm supposed to believe that she's a virgin and she hasn't been with anybody else? Come on.
Here we go again. Surely this woman must have been with someone else, right? Maybe she was raped by someone else. It wouldn't make a difference as far as the filmmakers are concerned. It's all the same.
Man, just use simple logic for a second. Why would this girl try and rope you as the baby daddy when you're in here for 10 to 20 and you ain't got two turds to rub together? I mean, you ain't got no money nowhere, do you?
Man, where's this stuff coming from?
And you ain't married to this girl and you didn't even know her.
Right. Like I told you. What's your point?
Then why she keep bringing the baby for unless it's yours? I mean, it's either that or there's some other crazy plot to ruin your life and maybe take over the universe that I ain't thought of yet.
Wow. Let's remind the audience again that women are not to be trusted and that they could just be trying to ruin your life.
I saw your son, man. Cute kid. I don't get it, though. Why would you rape some chick when your fiancé is so... smoking?
Yeah, man. I saw your kid, too. You should be proud. And your lady's pretty hot.
That's not my kid. And that's not my lady.
That chick that keeps visiting you? She's your fiancé, man.
No. She's just some lonely psycho. It's obsessed with me.
I wish I had a psycho that looked like that. Obsessed with me, huh? Especially while I'm doing time.
What a strange, tone-deaf scene. We are back to painting the victim as crazy and untrustworthy while injecting in a little objectification of women to spice things up, leading to another strange scene with a prison fight.
Tyler!
Crazy idiot.
What are we gonna do?
I said we're killing!
Everybody was kung fu fighting. What the hell did we just witness? A prison fight with flying punches, roundhouse kicks, and the honorable Nazi hulking up in anger over violence he wanted to avoid? Christians love to LARP.
Hi. It's good to see you. I baked you some cookies.
The happiest rape victim on earth is back again, and this time she baked cookies for her rapist. You have got to wonder what kind of sick things go through the minds of people that think this movie was acceptable.
I also got this Bible for you that my grandfather gave to me. He used to read it to me all the time.
Here, rapist, have the Bible that my grandfather gave to me. It's a special gift from me to you.
Why do you keep coming here?
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. You don't like seeing us? Here's the DNA test showing you're Arthur's father. Not that I needed proof or anything. I've never been with anybody else.
Just in case any of the audience is still wondering whether our victim was trying to pull a fast one and rope her in a baby daddy, we can rest assured that her intentions were honest and her heart was true. And once again, we are using the term been with anyone else, as if she was with her rapist in the same way that she could have been with anyone consensually. It's obvious the filmmakers don't think rape should be taken that seriously.
I can bring in some more pictures, but you probably don't want them, do you?
Yeah. Leave me some, if you don't mind.
Are you sure?
I like that.
We are shown that if the victim just keeps on trying, she can eventually break through and reach the rapist. This is a lesson to all the victims to just keep putting your abuser before yourself, and eventually you will bring them to Jesus too. Then the world will be perfect, and they won't want to rape anyone else.
Jesus loves you.
I doubt it, but why don't you tell him to come and visit me sometime?
He is visiting you, you just don't see it yet.
Now we are instilling the idea of righteousness and a higher purpose again. This is meant to motivate the victim by giving them a false sense of power.
You got a family now, and she obviously wants the kid to know his father.
Yeah, we can't be a real family.
Of course you can be a real family. Not a normal family, a traditional family, but a real family.
Screwed up family.
Yeah, pretty screwed up. I guess that is a normal family.
Let's introduce the idea that the rapist can be a part of the family, and this family can be normal, just like any other family. Lesson: rape is the gateway to settling down with a nice girl and having a family. Just ask the Bible.
You've done a lot of bad things. Now, rape. It's the worst thing I've ever done, Cecil. Ever.
I hope so.
And I don't even want to say this, but it seems like it's becoming the only beautiful thing that's ever happened to me.
Isn't rape so beautiful? Just see what can come about from it. Christians are teaching that terrible violent acts are a part of God's plan, and that beautiful things can come from them. It's hard to fathom that anyone could believe this, let alone make a film teaching this.
I'm starting to see this is what the man upstairs does. We just miss it most of the time. He takes the worst we have to offer and changes it into something better than our very best. Just think about it. After all the trauma and pain you've put this girl through, she's forgiven you. And it's given you a chance to find redemption. You can't tell me God's not a part of that.
See, just all part of God's plan. What's a rape or two if it brings you closer to your rapist and helps them find Jesus?
There's always gonna be
Hi, Mike. I know you don't want this, but one thing that Arthur has taught me is that sometimes it's more important to get what you need than to get what you want.
Like a rape baby? Just another one of the wonderful things God does for you?
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely
say all kinds of evil against you.
Gaslighting is a key component to Christian belief. If you don't see God, you must not be pure of heart. If people call you a bigot for discriminating and spreading hate, it's just the world persecuting you. It's a delusion of self-aggrandizement.
Because of me. Rejoice and be glad. Because great is your reward in heaven.
Now our rapist is a happy little Christian that understands that this world is just the audition to heaven, a reward promised to Christians that they can receive only after death. So they can disregard the hate and bigotry they spread and embrace the persecution complex, because they will be rewarded for it all, but only after they die. This is the kind of promise that you would think only a child would fall for.
Do you love him?
What?
Is that why you go visit him?
No. No, that's not it. That's really not what this is about, Cole.
What is it about then?
It's about Look, it's easy to say you forgive someone. It's not that tough to actually forgive them when that's what everybody thinks you should do. God wants me to forgive Mike, no matter how hard it is for me to do. It doesn't matter if my family hates me. It doesn't matter if you think I'm nuts. It doesn't matter if Mike doesn't want to be forgiven. I've been forgiven. I need to forgive. That's what this is about.
This is the lie that abusers tell their victims. They want the victims to feel obligated to forgive them. It eases their conscience and allows them to continue the cycle of abuse. Why do you think that abuse is so prevalent in churches? Why do you think that victims are shamed in the churches? Why do you think they are silenced?
You got religion while I was gone?
No, I don't think so. And not yet, anyway. And Julie gave this to me, so I'm reading it. It's weird, man. I never cared about this stuff before. Ever. But when I read this, I don't feel like hurting anybody anymore.
The mindset of many Christians is seriously disturbing. What kind of person needs to find external motivation to stop thoughts of hurting others? What kind of person reads stories about genocide and slavery and walks away thinking they shouldn't hurt others? I have zero desire to hurt others, but if I were to feel this way, the Bible wouldn't be the book I would read to help rid myself of those feelings. If anything, the Bible would be motivation to hurt others. God acts jealous and lashes out in anger throughout the Bible. He is incapable of controlling his emotions and reasoning with people. He resorts to violence and encourages humans to do so.
Listen. I stole something that didn't belong to me. Something that I can never give back. I feel like somehow I took this girl away from her dad.
Our rapist never apologizes or has this deep moment of reflection with his victim, but he tells her father that he stole something that he can't give back. You can hear the biblical misogyny permeating throughout this movie. The film acts as if the father was harmed more than the victim.
We got a deal, right? I go quietly. Stops here. No more. Manny and Cyrus, our debt is paid.
I keep my word, Mike. You know that.
I know.
Sweaty Baldwin, the honorable Nazi, keeps his word. Isn't that really nice of the Nazi? Pretty sure the film is trying to downplay Nazis and show that they are really good people if you just deal with them fairly or some shit. Sweaty Baldwin sure looks like he enjoyed his time covered in Nazi tattoos though, right?
I have a lot of respect for what you're doing. And out of that respect, I wanted your last thought to be a good one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Normally, I wouldn't have things go this way.
I know. We're good.
The film presents this last scene as some honorable death among honorable men. Not only are we presenting a rapist as honorable, but we are presenting a Nazi as honorable, which in itself is reason enough to think the filmmakers are racist and misogynistic trash. But they are propagating toxic masculinity and some ridiculous code of agreeable violence as the means to an end. This film is everything that is wrong with Christian culture in America.
Be quick.
What a hero! The rapist is redeemed. He has found the Lord and sacrificed himself to pay a prison debt so that his victim wouldn't be murdered by Nazis. What a heartwarming film. I just can't imagine how someone could deny the love of Jesus after watching this movie.
Dear Julie, by the time you read this letter, I'll be gone. Please don't be sad. I live my life hiding away from God, which landed me in jail where I deserve to be for what I did to you. Then the unexpected happened. God found me through you, Julie. You were the last person on earth that should forgive me, but you did because of your faith. Thank you for being who you are and for leading me back to God. Things didn't go well for me here in prison. My actions put you and your family in danger. I had to choose between my life and yours. I'm in a good place now. I'm at peace. When our son grows up, teach him the truth, as you taught me. Michael.
Christian morality is twisting the minds of believers into accepting depravity and celebrating victimhood while avoiding accountability. If someone violates you, the way this film portrays, they don't deserve anything from you, especially forgiveness. You don't owe them anything. They owe you. And there is no God that is obligating you to forgive anyone. It is a ridiculous concept that only perpetuates violence and abuse in the world. These Christian values are the reason that believers are easy targets for abusers and why they seek churches for their crimes. They know that they will not be held accountable and their victims will not be heard.